Sharing the live stream, but I think we're going.
Hi, everybody.
Keep talking, Jeff. It thinks it's me talking.
Hi, I'll keep talking. Hey, gang, welcome. We'll wait for a few people to join us. I hope you're all here. It looks like we're starting to go live. I'm very excited. And it is a full square of everybody, which is super exciting.
Yay,
Hi,
I
everyone.
was worried it wouldn't do that. I think maybe our test yesterday threw us off.
Right? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Craft Cocktails. I hope that you're all joining and tuning in. It's so far, it doesn't look like, oh, it looks like everyone's starting to come in, which is awesome, which is very cool.
We've got 19 people in here right now. 25 now. It's growing.
It's growing. So everyone, while we wait for our followers to join us, can we all grab an iPhone and take a selfie of what's happening? And we're going to all post it on our social media to get more people to come over. Welcome, everybody. You're all pouring into the room, which I love. Welcome to Craft Cocktails. We're going to take a quick selfie of all of us. So what I'll do, friends, is I will count a 3, 2, 1, and we'll make sure we're smiling. And we're going to look good for everybody's. Sound good?
We're taking a picture of our screens?
Yeah. Take a picture of your screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got to hide some files. This is dangerous. Okay.
Or you can just switch over to gallery view really quick.
It's all good.
All right, everyone, smile big. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Awesome. We will go ahead and post that. Again, welcome everybody to a little show I try to do called Craft Cocktails. It happens to be my birthday, so I thought that I would invite all of my friends to a private birthday party that you get to crash. So grab a cocktail, have some fun. I love that so many of our followers as well as our dear friends are joining in the room as we speak, which is awesome. All right, so how's everybody doing? Is everyone hanging in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're busy
better now with the drink. This helps.
Yeah. I know. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to a good event. Jennifer McGuire, how are you surviving?
Cheers.
Jennifer, how is the McGuire family surviving? Are you doing okay?
We're doing good because Audrey, our second oldest, is about to graduate elementary education major. So she is like homeschooling for me.
Awesome.
Oh,
Greatest
that's
gift
nice.
in the world. So we're feeling very blessed, but praying for all of those out there who are working in the trenches. So
yeah, that is for sure. And I want to talk about that a little bit tonight too, because each of us is going out of our collective boxes to try to find some type of support to offer up in this crazy time. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later tonight. Cathy Zielske, Instagram sensation. You talk to us every day, you lift us up, and now you're here at my birthday party. Welcome.
Jeff, it is an honor to be here. I think I can't remember when it was that we met. It was when I sent that card to you, but it's so funny because Kristina Werner told me there's this guy Jeff and he loves you, and if you would just say hello to him. And I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this dude? And once I got to know who this dude is, you're awesome. You're an awesome dude. So it's been fun. It's been fun to know you. And thank you for acknowledging that a middle-aged woman can have an impact on Instagram. Yes. Now I have no audio.
Well, that's awesome.
It's all good. I just had myself on mute, so I had to unmute myself so I could say something.
I know, I heard nothing.
Cathy,
and all I thought was,
Cathy,
I just broke the chat. We're good.
Kathy, you're a nail polish influencer too now on your stories. I love it.
Thank you, Simon. I am, and I'm not gonna show you what's happening now because I took it all off. But
yeah, folks,
even if you're a crafter, you have to have a hobby. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my hobby.
Lovely. I just got a text message from a friend. I don't know if you guys have seen that viral video going around where it's a Zoom call with someone's like business, and one woman, like, she thinks she's like stopped her camera, but she takes it to the bathroom.
Oh no.
If you can imagine.
That is funny.
I mean,
I would do that.
you don't see anything, but
that would be Greg.
Yeah.
That would most likely be Greg.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I've done that before.
Yeah.
You've done that before, Greg?
Never have I ever.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, so my friend, she's like, oh my gosh, don't go to the bathroom. I'm like, I got it.
I'm good.
That's awesome. So I broke out and I've already had technical issues. I've left and I've come back. I don't know what I missed.
Okay.
Where are we? Kay Werner, are you chatting with everybody? Does
Yeah, I
everybody
was
know
just,
you're here?
I was just reminding them of that viral video of that Zoom call for someone's business where the woman doesn't realize she's still on camera and she takes it to the bathroom. Have you seen that one? Jeff's on mute. I don't know. Oh, he's nodding. He's got
I
it.
was not able to watch the video. That's not my
Oh, I
style.
will send it to you. It is so funny.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious. You're just cringing inside for her because you're so embarrassed for her. But anyway, happy early birthday, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
The day is tomorrow.
So my computer is not working well, of course. Welcome.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey Jeff, try your phone. Try switching to your phone.
This could work out. We can just talk about Jeff without
It's
him.
true.
No,
Good.
It's
about
all our
birthday boy.
favorite story. It's kicked out.
Hey Jeff, I'll send you the meeting link over text and then you can just click on it on your phone.
It's like Jeff's in traffic, stuck in traffic on the way to his birthday party, and we're all here, and we're like, what would Jeff want us to do right now while he's stuck in traffic?
Well, Jeff, let's move on. Simon, you're the youngest member of our esteemed group this evening. How have you been handling the events of late, and how's your family doing?
Well, we are doing good. It's a weird time to be alive right now, but as of now, we have got groceries. I think Wisconsin's kind of on lockdown now though, so we've been put for the last week here. We're doing good though, lots of Monopoly. My brother's home from college. So it's been kind of a fun time and a good time too to take a break and just kind of have fun. Sometimes I'll craft a little bit. I do a lot of live streams, so it's been cool, but a weird time outside of the house.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Jeff, I just took over for you while you're away, but you can have it back now.
Oh.
I missed my calling in theater. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. Of course, I'm the one that has the internet issues right now, and it was so great on the screen. So have we all introduced ourselves? Are we all here? Have we done a roll call? Have we introduced Aaron?
Aaron and Greg.
Aaron?
Yeah, I haven't yet either.
Aaron and
Hi.
Greg.
Well, we have royalty here, but we also have the kings here. We have Greg and Aaron. Greg, of course, is owner and designer for Concord and 9th, and Aaron is the CEO of Hero Arts. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
So glad to be here. Thank you for having us.
Simon and I just wanted to make sure we were dudes representing, and you clearly are running the craft industry as dudes, so we thought that we'd bring the two of you on.
We're outnumbered.
Is this the first time in history that in a crafting conference call, the men outnumber the women?
I think so.
I
That's a
love
good
it.
point.
Yay! My mission on this planet is working, which is awesome. So, Mr. Aaron, how are things in California?
I think things are as to be expected. It's a challenge for sure. We were one of the first areas to be sheltered in place, and it was, man, it's been a whirlwind. That was last Monday. And, the world's changed rapidly. My son, Ethan, just got back from Britain Saturday night. And so that obviously when your chick's back in the nest, you're much happier. But man, I feel so bad for so many people having these troubles. This is the first time I've actually gotten dressed up in a week. Barely have gone outside. Luckily, my wife is an apocalyptic planner anyway. Like we had 6 months of toilet paper, just kind of as a regular thing. So we have tons of canned goods. So we've got a bomb shelter. No, actually we don't have that, but we've got everything else. And it's, so we're holding up well and as to be expected. And my heart goes out to so many people who are having trouble in this area. I mean, there are lines at Costco's and various places, mostly out of fear, right? It's not necessarily they need the food, but it is, for the most part, I think, beginning to calm down a little bit as people get used to it. Nice rainy day here in California, and so it's wonderful to be with all of you and get a drink and celebrate Jeff's birthday. And Jeff, I did not have a cake. I did not have a cupcake. I tried to make cookies. I didn't have what I thought I wanted to, so I have a little piece of chocolate just for you.
Awesome.
So happy
That's
birthday.
awesome. Well, thank you.
Yes, I'll happily eat
Maybe-
that in your honor.
So, Greg, what is it like to lead a team during a little bit of coronavirus COVID-19? Has it been a challenge? What do you want your followers to know? Your consumers.
It's weird. And I mean, for those of you who don't know, Kristina and I both live in Utah. We actually both live in the same town. But it's been weird because we actually have had earthquakes, a string of earthquakes here in Utah, which is unsettling on top of this COVID-19 business. But the team has been good. We've had, we've just been taking a lot of precautions. We're a really small team. So we've been taking social distancing seriously, and I've basically just been coming back and forth between my office and home, and that's it. And I think like everybody who's watching right now and all of you guys, like this is like a first time like we've experienced something on this scale. And so it's like every day we're just kind of adapting to what's kind of the new normal for right now. I know it's not forever, hopefully. But yeah, we're just trying to adapt, and we're actually in the middle, like for our consumers that are watching, like we're in the middle of a huge color introduction, and it's kind of it's one of those
It
things.
looks fantastic, by the way.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
It's being really well received. We're really, really excited about it. We had questions of like, well, should we be really like introducing things? And like it was a resounding yes, like as we talked to people outside of our team and stuff like that, and people like, we need to like be excited about things. There's enough things that are like not fun right now and difficult to deal with. And so we've had a lot of really good feedback. People are like, this is so fun. It's a nice bright spot in my feed. I mean, thank goodness for social media, because we can like keep in touch with each other. But it is kind of overrun right now with like just a lot of tons of information right now, that it's hard to know what to read and what to believe. And so we're trying to just kind of be a little bright spot every once in a while, a little
yeah, we're all having to become CEOs of our own, little organizations, to all the parents out there and all the moms who are having to kind of take over in ways they've never had to take over, and to really jump into what they've been practicing for the whole time. It's the weirdest thing of us all not knowing whether we're overreacting or underreacting. It's been kind of crazy.
Absolutely.
So Jennifer, you are promoting right now something called Card Making is My Superpower. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's really very casual, but I just figure I have anxiety issues, and I know many of us here do. And I was looking for a way to not let that take over during this hard time. And I feel like the best way to control it is to figure out what you can do to make it better. What Mr. Rogers says, always look for the helpers. We all have some sort of gift we can use, and all of us here can make cards. And that's kind of our superpower right now. And we can use that to cheer people up. It could be a loved one. It could be a friend. It could be a first responder, nurse, teacher, grocery store worker. Now is the time to send out those cards we make. So I always say card making is our superpower, because it can really change somebody's day. And now is the time to send those out. I mean, there's such peace we get from creating, right? That's why we do it. But more than ever, there's such a positive in giving it too. So I'm just encouraging people to send those cards. When the person gets it, they can wipe it down with, their Clorox wipes and do whatever. But it's so important to do. And the people that I've sent it to outside of our industry are blown away by the difference it makes. So I really hope that everybody just steps up and sends those cards. It's really that simple. It could be a note. It doesn't have anything simple.
Yep. But we're all also trying to support what we're doing for a living. And so I have the joy of working for a major entertainment corporation that's taking care of me. But small businesses, our dear friends, the people that are in this chat with us tonight, watching us, definitely need our love and support too. So as we think about what we're doing, we want to promote each other and know that there's a lot going on. Our dear friend Gina Kay couldn't make it tonight because as a small business owner, she needed to take care of things. I see she is in the chat talking along. She, of course, has her shows. She just finished. She does a show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And it's themed 3 nights a week with weekends varying, and it's so much fun. So she just got out of a show and she needed to run to the shop and take care of some things. So she couldn't join us, but maybe she can be in a future show. Cathy, you have got some stuff coming up. You, first of all, led the way with your online presence by teaching us all how we could adapt to working from home. You've been doing it for a long time. Tell us about what you decided to do.
Yeah, I've been in this very office for 20 years. They never let me out. You know, they just wait for the paychecks to come, and apparently you get slid under the door every now and then. And I'm really grateful for that. No, yeah, I've been here self-employed for a long time, you know, working in the craft industry in one shape or another in the last 2 to 3 years into the card making world, which has been an absolute gift. And Jennifer McGuire may or may not have been pushing me for the prior 15 years to do this. And I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm good. But so that's been a real gift to me, being part of the card making community, because it's not something that I had planned, and kind of has just changed the trajectory of what I do and how I make a living. But one of the things I used to do more of was design stuff for scrapbookers, and I am going to be launching my own digital scrapbooking store hopefully within a couple of months. So that's something I'm working on right now, in addition to designing for Simon and doing the other things. But and so that's kind of exciting. It's something different that I've not done. I've done it for other people, but not for myself. So yeah. And then of course I make cards. And then YouTube. YouTube has been really fun too. I mean, that's something that I never did. Like, I knew Jennifer was doing it for years. Like, and I thought, well, that's her thing. And then Kristina, who I didn't even personally know until the last couple years, and I freaking love you, man. I love you. You're really cool. Just so cool. And now I get to work with her as well, you know, at Simon Says Stamp. It's just, I have not experienced such a joy in a creative community in a long time. And that's been a great thing. So for me, wanting to, you know, show projects for all of these small companies, you know, all of these companies like Hero, like Concord, like all of, you know, I want to help them too, you know, so I don't know.
Yeah, and you do such a good job. I tell you, it's clear when it's a Laura Fedora card or a Cathy Zielske card, you know exactly who made it. And that is some artistry right there. I want to have a style. Simon Hurley, you have also been busy. A little kiddo. Are you 12 years old yet? How old are you? Have you made it to 13?
I'm 17 now.
Oh, 17. Okay.
Almost 18. A couple months.
But a youngin who is already in phase 2 of his collection. We, of course, got introduced to Simon Hurley Create last year. Now we are rolling out the next portion where we rolled out even more colors and ink pads, more designs. So tell us a little bit about phase 2 and what's to come in the future.
Yeah, definitely. So like Aaron and Greg, we planned this year not knowing that there was this huge pandemic. And so like Greg said, it was, you know, kind of going into the meeting room now and saying like, oh, you know, what are we going to do now that this is coming and it's kind of on all of our minds. And so I think for us, you know, we'll continue to do what we're doing, and there might be a release very soon, which I'm really excited about. But it was important for us to kind of look at that and make sure that we're like doing the right thing. And I think that, like Greg said, releasing product right now is a good thing because it takes our mind off of things. And you know, if you don't have the money right now to buy it, of course, it'll always be here later. And I want to encourage that too, because, you know, I don't want to shove anything on anybody in the time that we are right now. But we're kind of just filling in the collection throughout the rest of this year. We have a really exciting release, maybe with my mom coming soon, which I'm super excited about. So there'll be like teasers and stuff like that.
Mama Hurley.
Exactly, so much fun. So there'll be teasers coming soon for that. And as long as we're still working, then it'll still be coming out. So we'll see. But as of now, it's still coming out, but things keep changing every once in a while. You know, changes are happening every single day. So hopefully it's going to release very soon.
Yeah. Jennifer and I have always been very bold about our issues. I have a lot of them, and so I'm a proud proponent of therapy. And I have to tell you that 2 years ago, discovering crafting really has given me an outlet. So in some ways, what I'm holding on to is the fact that these small businesses have to know that we still need the devices of this therapy, and to let go of those things, even in a time of finance. We need them. And so I haven't stopped crafting. If anything, I've produced more content because of the situation that we're in. And so I'm hoping that these small businesses can enjoy the fortunes of people who need them right now, because I know that these companies have come through for me in a time of need. And I think that is an outlet for many. Erin,
Definitely.
it's almost summer catalog time. Hero Arts has always been known for their catalogs. Back when many of your consumers and viewers and fans would circle the product and wait for it. Now you have a summer catalog that you're launching in late April. Tell us about it.
Sure. It's pretty exciting. We're a 45-year company, so the catalog has always been a big part of what we do. My mother started with catalogs, and that was always kind of a real strength of hers. And then when kind of the industry began to change and more small companies came in, it just seemed like our printed catalog was something that people could rely on and was consistent. We always would put out a regular all year or spring version, a summer version, and a Christmas version. And so our summer version is coming soon. And obviously our first priority right now is, safety and for our employees. So we're trying to figure out and navigate the best way to launch that. We might actually do, for the first time ever, just a online launch, which we actually haven't done in the 45 plus years that we've been around. But maybe, given, like Simon says, we don't really want to push customers to have to buy it if they want to. It'll be around. But if we do launch, then it very well might be online only. We're very excited about it. I don't want to give too much away. That's something that my design team explicitly told me not to say and tell you about, but it will, just like you said, Jeff, there's more creativity right now. A lot of people, because they are home, because they're looking for things to do, our creative team is just putting out beautiful stuff. And we're going to be really excited to show that off come summer. Right around April 24th is when we're going to launch that, with some previews coming up in advance. And we also have our My Monthly Heroes that'll come out in April. It's launching on time, April 6th, and then our May one as well. But it's uncertain times. We just don't really know where any of us are going to be, but we figure that this is kind of punctuates the solitude that we all are spending time at home. This really gives people that sense of joy in a time when maybe there's not that much to have. And so we're really pushing forward and doing everything we can to make it happen. And in some ways, this,
well, it's clear.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in some ways, for younger people, this is kind of potentially going to define their generation. Maybe in the same way 9/11 defined ours and Vietnam defined our parents' generations. And so at the end of this, though, obviously there's pain that's going around now, but maybe after, it'll open the door to kind of that period of time where you're able to read that book, maybe learn that language, or produce those cards, or polish up,
or have cocktails with all of your friends,
or have cocktails with your friends. So that's the silver lining I think we're all facing, and it's, at least in this hour, it's certainly quite wonderful.
Talk about long-term fans. Some of the comments, Amy says that she got her first catalog 28 years ago. That shows that there's a legacy there, which is super awesome. 28 years of making a difference with Hero Arts. That's awesome. Hey, Kristina, how is that capsule crafting going? Are you still holding on to that, or how's it going?
Well, no, it was only for the month of February.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
so
it was only for the month of February, and then right as that was ending is when I got mono. And then so it's been a month since I got mono. I'm on, let's see, today's the 23rd. So I'm on, no, today's the 24th. I'm on day 26 of quarantine. So if any of you need tips.
So you're proof that we can do this. Everyone, you can socially distance. It's going to be fine. Look at Kristina. It's true.
And I've discovered over the last, I don't know, week or so that like video chatting, Marco Polo, like the app on your phone, Zoom calls, that is where it's at, because like texting was good for like a couple weeks, but then I was like, no, I need to like see people's faces. So, and then my other tip, I don't know if we're giving tips for people, how to survive quarantine, but my other tip is, I know you're on social media right now watching us, but get off the social media. Most phones, I know iPhones do, they have like their screen time settings. I put a limit on Facebook of 1 hour, and I think I've got like 3 minutes left on it right now. So I might not be able to check Facebook later, but it's been a better day, like mentally for me, because I've stepped away from it. So that's my other tip. But anyway,
yeah, we're taking in so much right now, and we're trying to have our little brains process it all, and that is a huge tip. Very sweet people
I was gonna say about the capsule paper crafting. I must have been ahead of the curve. I think a lot of us are going to be doing some minimal supply crafting, because the supply chain is going to slow down for a little bit here. It'll ramp back up when we're back to normal, or the new normal. But for the meantime, we might have to get creative with all of our supplies. So yeah.
And we're known for it. Hey, Greg, we were gushing over the color release that you're doing. The Instagram feed looks amazing to the eyes. I love the layout that y'all have chosen. We're super excited about it. Any updates for us on color? I know I bumped out of the call for a second. I just wanted to make sure anybody following from Concord and 9th.
Yeah, so originally, if people have been following along, April 9th was our slated release. We work with suppliers in the Bay Area and some out of Vegas, and they're shut down right now. And so it is delayed. We actually discussed today as a team what we want to do. And right now we're tentatively having to push that out to our May 9th release. But it also gave us a moment to pause and think what we might do with April 9th. And so we do it's something smaller for April 9th. But we feel like it's meaningful, and we're looking at a way that we can also help raise some relief funds and things like that, because I know like hospitals are overwhelmed right now. So we're trying to do something that's meaningful, that helps to sustain our small business too. I think that's what all small business owners, regardless of industry, are trying to look at right now. Is we're not looking to be to do anything crazy right now, but what types of things can we do to help sustain and lift each other's businesses up? We're doing that too, just here locally, like looking at every local business and how can we support them. So anyway, so stay tuned for details, I guess, on that. We're finding out.
Isn't it, didn't our parents always tell us that all good things we have to wait for, and it's worth the wait at the end?
Yes.
But I can tell you, just slowly moderating the comments, people are losing their minds over the excitement about it. So believe me, your audience is waiting for you. You don't have anything to worry about.
Hey, Greg, can I show everyone your Instagram? I can share my screen and they can see it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen, and then you guys will scroll through, and you'll be able to
look at this.
It looks amazing. Really,
I love the names. We're really excited about the names.
I'm switching over to the YouTube stream to make sure you can see. Okay, they can. Okay. These colors, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's really beautiful. And I just want to say, Greg, your designer team, they're fantastic, because this is visually so just pleasing. Oh,
thanks. Yeah, everything looks better in Spectrum, right, you guys? Like a rainbow spectrum is just really nice to look at. So
really nice.
Well, when you get a thumbs up from CZ Design that you're pleasing to the eye, you're doing a good thing.
I know, I'm kind of fangirling a little.
Yeah. I would fangirl if you got an approval too. I couldn't believe that she liked my my little promo poster for this. I was super excited, and I would have to let everybody down and say it was a Canva design, but I was taking the credit. Well,
when I saw your text, Jeff texted us and asked if we'd be interested in gathering tonight, and there was one number that I didn't know whose it was, and I was trying to guess who it was, and when I found out it was Cathy, I was like, oh, add that to my contacts. So I was really excited about that. So
she's the lady you should know. All right, everybody, let's start craft cocktails, shall we? Typically, it's a desktop. I'm trying to craft. I ask you for things. I mess up all the time. You get to make decisions. But tonight, we're not crafting. We're just having fellowship and cocktails with all of my favorite people. And we decided we wanted to play some games for you guys. We went through a very small dress rehearsal. This could mess up completely. I don't know. But I am a fan of every single one of these people on your screens right now. So it's more than exciting for me to at least give it a try. So we are going to play 2 games for you in the last half hour we have together. And just know, for those of you who want me to find a drink word, I will now start the drink word process. For those of you who watch my show, you know it's called Craft Cocktails for a reason.
Jennifer's
yeah.
Aaron and I have a problem.
Yeah.
This is straight vodka.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's not.
Mama,
it's not.
Water. I can't drink. I've got mono.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
wouldn't drink
true.
anyways.
It's
I know
true.
you wouldn't drink
I have
anyway.
an excuse now. I have an excuse.
Let her have it, sis. Let her have it. All right. So the first one we're going to do is never have I ever. And you guys, there's a 17-year-old in the room. So we're not going to get crazy, but we are going to have fun. And, you know, for the viewers at home, we decided that we would help you see it a little bit better. So look what we're all holding. We all have our favorite cardstocks. We have Gina K. I'm holding Hero Arts, but all of our papers in red, yellow, and green. And I think you can figure out what the first 2 colors, red and green, are for. This means they've never done it. If they're holding this up, this means they've never done whatever I'm talking about. If we move over to green, they've totally done it. But here's the thing on green. If they hold up a green and a yellow at the same time, and I catch it, I'm going to try to ask them who they want to know more juicy details on. So if they hold up a yellow, that means they want to find out the details of somebody who held up a green. Participants, are you ready?
Now, can we hold up the yellow? Like if we hold up a red, but we see someone else hold up green, we can hurry and go like this. Can we do that?
Yes, of course. Yes,
Okay.
Yellow means you want to know more. And if I can see it, so I'm going to switch over to grid view so I can see all of your pretty faces and all of your colors. Can we just try one really quick? Hold up a color so we can see how we're going to do it. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Got it. All right. Do we have a word for me to drink on before we go? It can't be never or ever because I would not be able to moderate this thing. So we'll watch in the comments if y'all want to pick a word that we'll say tonight. All right, let's go. The first one is eaten food that fell into embossing powder.
Ew.
I actually don't worry about that.
I've just never had the opportunity to, but I probably would.
You would totally go for it. All right, papers down.
There's
Never
something
have I ever, go ahead,
Aaron.
I'll say one thing. That was my question. Because there's something about embossing powder. If there's a phobia, I have embossing powder phobia. For some reason, I imagine like touching your teeth or anything like that. It's like scratching a scratch board, or my wife hates if you bite me. Something about embossing powder. I've got embossing powder phobia, even though I love using it. The idea of eating it.
I didn't have one before, but I have a phobia now.
Exactly. All right, reset if we can. Never have I ever used a stamp as a body tattoo.
I have.
Oh wait,
What?
I held up a yellow card.
Yeah,
I want to know what Simon Hurley, why have you tattooed your body with a stamp?
Well, not on purpose. It's just like you just accidentally stick your arm into something.
Simon,
the other day on my live stream, I spilled alcohol ink all over the places. I'm very clumsy, so that's why.
Okay. All right. Boring story. All right, reset. Never have I ever bought a stamp set and later discovered, I already own it.
I'll switch to this.
Wait.
I'm like, Kathy, I know you have.
Yeah.
A ream of green cardstock.
Yeah. Kathy, what happened?
Well, now you put me on the spot. Literally, it was something Kristina did. It was one of her, okay, it wasn't a stamp.
Don't be blaming me.
No, it was one of your dies. It was one of your, you know how you release the snowflake dies with the names? And everybody
Oh,
loses their minds and they sell out really fast. Well, I didn't want to miss it. So apparently I didn't want to miss it so hard that I ordered it twice. It was like the Reno plate, it was. So I have two, if anyone, really, yeah.
Okay, that's
This is
good
a
to know.
hard
And a
game
lot
for
of
me.
people,
It
our
gets
dear friend
confused.
Mindy Egan, she says she's done it before, but Leah Lawson says she's way too organized. She would never have done it. Good job,
I
Leah.
believe that.
All right,
I do
reset.
it all the time.
Reset if we can. Here we go. Never have I ever received a traffic violation.
wait. Does this mean I haven't, or does this mean I have?
You have
I've
not.
never
It's
received a
red.
traffic violation.
Red means
Okay.
I have gotten a ticket.
Mm-mm.
No, you
Green,
have
green,
not.
you have.
Wait, green means you have not?
Green
You
means
have.
Wait, I have not.
Look at that.
Of course you haven't.
Aaron Leventhal, you have never, ever.
I have to say that's a big badge of honor for me.
Wait a minute. I need to know about this, Aaron, because I know I've
Yes,
driven
I do
your
too.
car.
I drive so slowly in that car. that people
Really?
walk at me.
Does Aaron you guys, does Aaron Leventhal have a hot car? Does he drive a cool car?
He has a really cool car, and I got to drive it once when I was out visiting.
Yes.
And it's the dashboard's a little bit different than I'm used to. And I'm like, how I could just like floor this and
Right.
not even
Oh.
realize. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh.
I didn't know people existed that have not had a traffic citation. I thought literally
That's
every,
Thank you, Greg. I
Simon's too
agree,
young.
Greg.
I've only had like 1.5 years, but it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Simon, you show promise, Simon.
Simon,
I get it.
Simon, I can't. Do you even drive, Simon?
Yeah, I've driven for like 1.5 years so far.
Hey, Simon, we
Well-
only
well-
tease you for being young because we're really old. Feel free
Right,
to tease
right. And I'm
that.
about to get a year older tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm your age,
Oh,
Jeff.
believe me, Jennifer, he can give it back. He gave it back over a microphone in a very large classroom setting, and he had met me for an hour before, and he was already letting me have it.
Okay, you have to admit it was kind of really funny though.
Yeah, funny.
It was
Funny for
really
you. I
funny.
had no microphone. Now I have a microphone. I can fight back. He had a microphone and thought he was a little 6-inch badass. Sorry, I cussed, but now the alcohol is coming in. All right, never reset, please.
Real quick, one of our followers right now, Sue Plote, said, I got 4 in 1 week in 4 states
Wow.
on the drive from Florida.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
That's the left foot.
That's got to be a record, Sue. So
Someone had fun in Florida.
Sue needs to calm down a little bit. All right, reset, please. Never have I ever eaten a peep. Oh,
Oh,
no.
No, I have, and it wasn't enjoyable.
It
Eaten a
was
what?
not
I missed it.
enjoyable.
What's the question?
Never eaten a peep or like a circus peanut.
yes.
Ah,
Okay,
Right.
well, I have to preface this. Okay, sometimes peeps are good, but only if they have been aged
Yeah.
well. Like you have to leave them
Oh my
open
gosh,
and they get
that
a
makes
little
it even
hard.
worse.
No.
Come on, people in the chat. Come on.
Age?
Peeps
I-
are kind of gross, fresh, but if you let them like get a little
Expire?
crunchy, they're better.
crusty
Oh.
peeps.
He
Just
is
leave them
now no
out.
longer your biggest fan.
Sika wants to know what's a peep. Peep are those little marshmallow candies that come out.
Easter candies.
Yeah.
Hannah in the
Yeah.
chat is saying that she likes stale peeps too. Christina, you're not alone.
Dory says, I'm
Oh.
eating peeps now. Love them. Pam agrees.
Yes, Miss McGuire, you're raising your hand.
Yes,
What would you
two
like to know?
entire chicks create. Peeps are way
I-
better when they've been sitting out a while.
I've never eaten a peep, but I've made a card with peeps on them.
Oh, cute. Who did that? Who has the peep set?
My favorite things did a couple years ago.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right,
And I
reset, please.
Better than the real things.
Oh, good. All right. Never have I ever watched in its entirety Ben-Hur, the movie.
What movie?
Ben-Hur.
Simon.
Simon Hurley. Oh my gosh. He's-
No, right?
Wow.
Simon Hurley doesn't even know what we're talking about. And Simon, that was from one of your fellow panelists that wanted to know that. All right, reset, please. Never have I ever still thinks about their first crush.
I don't think about my first crush. Is that what this is?
I don't even know who my first
Yeah.
Jeff, tell us about your first
You don't.
crush.
Okay. You're all lying. You don't think about the first person you fell in love with. You're all lying.
Well, I was probably like in first grade. Are you talking about like, okay, you're talking about like.
Oh my Lord. You're lying. Everyone's lying.
My wife's watching. I can't.
It's not like you're going to go out on a date with them.
Well, I mean, if mine was watching, I'd say this. You made the wrong choice, buddy.
That's right. That's right. All right. And it was just your first crush. Everyone calm down. I have a crush on everyone on this panel, and I'm holding up a green card about it. All right, moving on.
Simon's question? I don't
Your
think
what?
Did you answer Simon's question?
Yeah, Jeff, who was your first crush? Name and last name, please.
Oh, and
your
last
age
name.
at the time.
Oh, middle school. I'm not going to say his name.
Don't say
I doubt
their
he's
name.
watching, but I don't know if somebody's from high school is watching. Yeah, okay, got it. But yes, all the time, but not in a way I want to go back. It's just, that's for when you're older, Simon, when you're older. All right. I have a crush on everybody but Simon in this panel. Okay, moving on. Reset, please, because I'm going to ask, denied to someone important that you splurged on an item that you really should not have.
Wait, so like never have I ever lied about a gift I bought?
Or splurged on an item for yourself. You totally lied to yourself. You totally did it.
Oh yeah.
We all better agree to this.
Yeah. I think
You
so.
have to, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
I know you have. We've done like white elephant gift exchanges and yeah.
Yellow card. I want to know what Aaron, what did you splurge on? Aaron Leventhal?
Oh, well, the previous question, I'm just not a car guy. Like I've always owned a Prius and a Civic and, a station wagon style Civic. In fact, I was the uncool guy with a car in college, that everybody would ride in because it just was so ugly. And I ended up getting a Tesla Model 3 because I just felt like it was the right thing to do for the environment, and it's really darn cool. So
It's a cool car.
Still guilty. I still feel guilty about spending money on that.
But I've known you for many, many years, and that you deserve it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's so fun to drive. And I haven't gotten a ticket driving it. So Christine almost did, but not me.
Clearly. Clearly. All right. Reset, because I'm going to ask, never have I ever broken any bones, and then knock on wood if it's this one.
Green means yes. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, green means yes.
Green means you have broken bones.
Bone until a couple years ago.
Gregory Cottrell, what did you break?
I have broken my right wrist. I was doing a flip on the trampoline, and my brother like double bounced me. You know how like when you get like a super bounce?
Nice.
And I 1.5 times over, and I hit it on a tree and landed on a rock. So, and then I have broken my left ankle and had to have it like rebuilt. It was a really stupid thing. I was at work. It was a work event playing softball, of all things. And I was going to second base, and I just rolled it and broke my fibula. And next thing I know, I was in surgery having it all like rebuilt. So
brutal.
Wow.
It was brutal.
All right, we only have two.
Who hasn't?
Oh, yes,
I haven't.
Mr. Leventhal, you have a question.
I've got to know about Simon's. Didn't you have a green
Oh,
card?
yes.
Yes,
Simon
I did.
Hurley, you had a green card.
I broke my arm when I was little. And then I was like a swimmer too, so I had a little cast, and it was waterproof camo cast. It was pretty great.
Nice.
And then I think I broke my like toe. Maybe, yeah, my toe. I don't think anything else.
That's good.
Oh, gosh.
That time,
Okay.
honey.
Christina hasn't had a ticket or a broken bone. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
girl, you better be knocking some wood.
Are we counting toes? Are we? Because I suspect I've broken some toes in the last like few months. I don't know why I'm like running into things suddenly, but big bruise, like half the foot's all bruised from it. So I think I did break it. But then it would hurt. It would hurt more, I think, if I actually broke it. So I don't know.
All right, 1 minute left in this game because I feel like I've got, if we go over 9 o'clock my time, y'all are all going to hang up on me because I'm just surprised y'all are hanging on this long. Let's ask another one. This one may define whether you're going to be my friend in the future or if I'm going to keep my crush on all of you.
Oh no.
Never have I ever worn Crocs.
Oh, I'm embarrassed to say I have.
Simon Hurley, two gents.
Not recently
Simon
though.
Hurley,
When I was little.
Simon Hurley, and
You're like a little
Aaron.
kid.
I was just a little kid with my Crocs. Are you kidding? Like blue Crocs. They had Disney little things on them too. Jeff, you have to like that. The little things that you like put in the holes of the Crocs.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Aaron.
Well, he's he gets a pass. I agree with Jennifer. He gets a pass, but
I do
Aaron
not agree.
Leventhal.
Okay, so we've got chickens in our backyard, and you can't go out there with regular shoes because if you know about chickens, they cake, the droppings on the bottom of your shoes. So I needed shoes, so I got some Crocs, and I walk out there. And, I
did
feed
the
the
Crocs
chickens
Basically, you
like-
saved the Crocs for crap.
I still have them, although they shrink over time, so now I can't even put them on.
Aaron,
wear them.
I've what, Greg?
Oh, my twin 2-year-olds, well, they're almost 3. They wear these like Croc sandal things,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like
Okay,
appropriate.
kids are excluded, but the beautiful faces in front of me, I do not ever want to see your little ankles in Crocs, okay? Like when we hang out, nobody better be wearing Crocs. All right.
Wait a second,
Our
I
time
A
got
lot of people are saying they love their Crocs.
Jeff's offending people in the
Oh.
comments.
Jennifer has a question.
Yes, Jennifer.
If we can't wear Crocs, are we allowed to wear pajama pants?
Look how cute you are in your little cheetah.
Come on, is anybody else in pajama pants?
Are we all
pants.
dressed
I'm just wearing
below?
sweatpants.
I'm in flip-flops.
I'm in yoga pants.
Oh, nice. That's good. I'm in shorts because I live in Orlando, Florida. It's lovely.
Oh,
All right. Hey, we've run out of time for Never Have I Ever. Are you sad about it? Can we? But
well, just keep going.
People are
Jeff. Do
losing-
we really have a time limit?
Yeah, just keep going. It's kind of fun.
okay. All right. I love that y'all love this. You may love the next game more, but you never know. Okay. People are losing their mind about Crocs, and I am a Croc hater. Our ankles are too attractive for Crocs, people. All right. Resetting. We're still playing this game. Never have I ever fainted. Full out fainted. Okay. Oh,
We need to know about
Jennifer.
Jennifer fainting then.
Yeah, Jennifer, what happened?
I was doing dishes.
What?
That's why.
I was doing dishes. I was getting them out of the dishwasher, and I stood up and I hit right in my temple onto the cupboard door that was open. Knocked me out completely.
Wow.
Oh.
Ow.
Do you know why? Were you low blood sugar? Were you?
Just knocked me out. I don't know.
Okay.
You have
It
a
was
twitch
more
ever
on
since,
crafting,
or
so that was
you
part of
good?
the problem.
Oh, Kimberly Miller's asking if you passed out in the vomit comment. when
Oh,
you-
I did get sick in the vomit comment. Yeah.
What's the vomit comment?
Oh, save that. Well, let's not talk about that one. because I know what's coming up. So let's save that.
Oh,
Save
okay.
that for just a bit. Never have I ever participated in a fad diet.
I think we all have, right?
Thank you. I have, yeah.
Be truthful, people.
No, I totally would. I'm totally honest with, but I don't think I have.
Green means
do
you
a few
have,
A
but
few times a year.
Yeah.
well, it depends on how you
I
define
really, I don't
fad.
think I have.
Oh, I've tried them all.
No, I haven't. I don't. No. Okay. Liked an Instagram post that really wasn't likable.
I don't think so.
Simon is shamefully hiding behind his.
It happens all the
Oh,
time.
I love
But I do it out of love.
Greg.
I don't know.
Greg.
Not in,
Greg.
like, the
Okay, yeah, you
context
do
of,
out
like-
of love.
Yeah.
It's not to anybody in the
Yeah.
craft industry.
Mine's
either.
mostly like family and stuff. Like
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Like
Right.
sympathy likes. Oh, sympathy
Yeah.
likes. Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Not
you
in the craft
guys-
industry, but like outside the craft, where it's like friends and stuff. Yeah, some of them are on. Yeah.
well, let me say, I will say 2 things. First of all, don't any of you ever like something if you don't like something of mine, A. And then B, Simon Hurley has the fastest like fingers in the entire world. He will heart something on all of your feeds before I even see it. You just posted it. It has airtime and he's already liked it. And then he likes ours. Like, how do you do that?
It's just I look at everything. It's just scroll, tap, tap if you like it. If you don't, keep scrolling. I don't know. I look at my phone a lot though. Like I have it out a lot.
I just liked one of Jeff's posts on Facebook.
Greg doesn't talk to me unless it's Creativation, some type of thing, or he never
Well,
texts
that's the
me.
only time I ever see Greg in person, and we live in the same state.
It's true. I don't ever see Kristina, and we live in the same city. Kristina.
We do. We're probably like 5 minutes
We probably go to the
apart.
same grocery stores. But
Cathy Zielske, you're the last hug I have on this little block. I've hugged everyone else of these little peeps, but you're the last person in the group.
I don't
It's time.
get up
It's time. All right, reset, please. Never have ever worn glasses with fake lenses.
All real ones, baby. I got bad eyes.
I do too.
Oh,
Kathy, are those
no,
real?
I totally have.
These are real, but when I was young,
These
and
are
trying to
real.
be really cool in my new wave years in early college, I would wear looky-loo glasses to try to look
Nice.
cool. And then I turned 40
Yes.
and couldn't see anything. So these are real. I can't see
That's
you if I take them off, but
That's exactly what happened to me. I think it's the tax we're paying Cathy for trying to be cool.
right. I know. I thought that it would be so cool to have the little John Lennon circle glasses, and it made me look really cool. It made me look ridiculous, but these are fine.
All right.
Look good.
Last one, and then I do want us to move on. Never have I ever had a paranormal experience.
Thankfully.
I have to think hard about that. I don't know why.
I can't confirm it, but I think I have.
All right,
the red
Aaron and
balloon?
Greg.
I need
Aaron
to
and
hear
Greg,
about both
tell
of
us the
these.
story. Yeah, the balloon. Simon, you're right. Greg,
We
that
saw the
terrifying
balloon.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yes.
Aaron, tell us why you feel pretty confident in this answer.
Well, I had a good friend when I was growing up. She was like my sister, and we would sometimes go up to Lake Tahoe together, and she would always tell me these ghost stories. And so I got really scared. And one night we were sleeping outside, and she said that there was this woman who would walk the lake. And one night I was convinced that I could see her and hear her footsteps. And I ran inside as a 14-year-old, convinced that I had seen a ghost of the lake.
That's creepy.
That's terrifying.
It's creepy.
That's
I
terrifying.
believe it to this day.
Shari's putting red balloon emojis.
Yes.
Hey, Shari, look what I'm drinking from. I didn't know
Shari,
Shari was
stop
in
it.
here. Shari, yeah.
You're
Sorry,
scaring
stop.
Greg. Stop it, Shari.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I know. That balloon is haunting.
Well, now you
All
have
right,
to
everybody.
tell everyone the balloon story, Greg, because people are probably
I
Oh.
like,
know. What was that?
It was just like 1:23 in the morning, like 1, 2, 3. And this balloon just comes like down the stairs in our house and just starts like walking, like floating towards us. This was like last week. Yeah, Kathy's like, what? And so it just comes towards us and it just stops like right there. And Allison, I was like, I'm just gonna do some work email, my wife Allison, and she's like, are you sure you want to just stay down here? And I was like, nah. So I just like went over, popped the balloon, and went to bed. But I don't know what that was all about.
You live by a lake? Maybe it was the lady of the lake.
I don't know. My
It
other
was,
story,
it could have been.
I know we're almost out of time. But my sister and I, so 2 different times, like my parents' house, just up the road from us. My sister was sleeping in their basement one time when she was visiting from out of town, and she woke up and heard piano music playing, and we all thought she was crazy. And then I was staying at my parents' house like a year later, and I woke up to piano music playing in their house. I don't know what it was, but I heard it clear as day. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if my mom was like sleepwalking and then she was up there playing the piano, but I heard it, and I know I heard it. So
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Okay.
Jeff's like,
All right. Well, I offered man cuddles. I just wanted another reason to cuddle. And so I sent you a message and said, do you need to man cuddle with me?
Yeah, my wife's like, who's Jeff? I was like, you'll need to meet him someday.
Oh, she has everything to fear. Okay, moving on. We are going to ask our participants to ask answer some pretty personal questions, but they're going to decide their own fate by picking the number. They're basically drawing a question out of a virtual hat. Contestants, panelists, whatever you are, guests of my party, please try to keep track of the numbers that have already been asked because it'll move along a little bit faster.
Okay.
And you do have to answer it if you can. Don't chicken out of the answers. And Simon, don't worry, they don't get that hard. All right. Who wants to go first? I'll start by that. All right, Mr. Leventhal, what number would you like?
Number 5, my favorite number.
All right, number 5. What's something that anybody can do right now to make their cards just a little bit better?
Well, seeing Greg's Instagram feed, I think use any of his color spectrum. That's some beautiful stuff. So I'm impressed. And in fact, Greg, I'm in the Bay Area. So if you want me to go break into whatever vendor hasn't shipped that stuff.
That would be awesome.
Get that mill.
Meet you halfway.
Get that mill producing. Does anybody else want to take that question? Yes, Ms. McGuire.
How cool is it that one company owner says answers a question that is another company's?
That was really nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is very nice. That's the reason why they're in the Stamping Village together. Shout out to Stamping Village. Yeah. Anybody want to give that shout out? That answer to that question? Anything that you can do to make your cards immediately better? I have one. May I offer one as the newbie on the block? Make your damn cards a little thicker. Don't do these backs with nothing. Like, support your cards by double layering them. You do these gorgeous fronts and you have these wobbly backs. Come on, people. Y'all are more creative than that. I'm looking at your posts and then I don't want to say that. I sometimes get a card and I'm thinking the back is so weak. If you've sent me a card, I'm very appreciative of it. In fact, it's hanging up over there. But you know what I mean. Support deeper. The back.
Just keep digging, Jeff.
Yeah.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
Yes, yes. All right. Kristina, what number would you like, love?
What was it between 1 and what?
30.
30. I'll take 30.
All right, number 30. What was the first big item that you ever bought yourself with your own damn money?
My first car. Which
Yeah.
was a silver Mazda 3 back in 2005. It was right after graduating from college.
Do you still have it?
No, I went through a few different Mazda 3s, and anyway, no, I don't have it anymore.
Got it. Miss McGuire, what question?
23.
Number 23. What is something that people assume about you that's actually not very true?
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know. That I get a lot done. Because I do these long videos, I think people think I can get a lot of things done, but I really just kind of halfway do a lot of things. So I don't know. I do think
that people would assume that you're super organized because of the brand that you are, and that they produce so much product.
I try, but I got to say, my husband does more than his fair share. So I've got that help too. But I don't know. I've got it all together. I do not. Ask Kristina. I don't have.
I was about to say, stop lying.
I don't have it all together. I don't.
Well, no, I don't think anyone.
Perfectly organized room behind you.
I know.
No.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think anyone ever really does have everything together, because there's no way you can give every part of your life the attention it deserves. There's always something it's on a scale, like something has to give while something gets more attention. I don't think anyone really is.
And I think that's why it's important to be honest on Instagram. Like, not only share the good things, you got to share your struggles too, because I don't think it's fair to others to only share the good.
Yeah. When I'm taking that little lady down there for a walk, I'm sometimes so embarrassed by what I look like. But you know what? I'm just like, you know what? The reality is that I'm sweating and working out. I don't know what to tell you. Kristina, you also do that. You will give us what the reality is. When you're working out, that's your reality,
Mm-hmm.
One thing that Simon seems to have it together, that's a big no. My room is a mess. So
yeah,
we're all in this together.
We're all a mess.
a lot of people are commenting though too that, because when I first met Jennifer, I didn't realize too that like big social gatherings overwhelm you a little bit. And I'm like, really? Because I'm like, you and Kristina have these insane like social media followings. You just assume that people are like just totally comfortable with all that, because that's something that I'm not super comfortable with either. People think I'm very loud and boisterous, but like, yeah.
At Creativation, you'll never find me away from Cathy Rakusin or Kristina, because they're my security blankets.
And now me.
And Jeff. Well, yeah,
and
but
now
you were new this year. They've been going for years.
This year.
And it's I can't. Yeah.
I was a good wingman for you. I was a good wingman for you. We should reunite. Don't forget, it's my show. It's my show. So talk about me more. All right, Mr. Greg, my crush. What number, buddy?
13.
Number 13. Outside of crafting, what website gets a lot of your money?
Amazon. I don't know. I will be totally honest. This is something like, I have no hobbies. I look at people, like I'm very curious all the time about like what people buy and stuff. I don't buy anything. My wife is like, so when I have free money or something that I want to like splurge on, it's usually going to the movie by myself. So that's not really web. So I guess I go to the theater website and I buy a ticket and I go by myself to the theater. I went to Ad Astra. It's what's his name?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was in it. And he played the main character, and it was so long and so boring. But I just loved it because I
Cathy's like, so boring.
No, but I stayed till the bitter end, and I just ate my popcorn, and like the person next to me was also by themselves, and they tried to like strike up conversation, and I just kept giving like one-word answers because I was like, no, this is like me just sitting at the movies by myself right now. And I wasn't trying to be rude, but like that is what I.
Well, you do have 48 children, so I mean, you do have to get out of town a little bit.
It's true.
You need to come with a bachelor weekend to your brother in Orlando and hang out, and then send pictures from Walt Disney World.
Yeah, that will go over well. My wife will be like, yeah, like she's with them all day, and she's just, yeah. I'm still at the office right now, and she's like, I called her. I was like, I'm gonna be home a little later tonight, and she's like,
oh. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Are we all doing okay? We're going over.
I am.
All right, I'm trucking along. Cathy Z, what number would you like, love?
24.
Number 24. If forced, what is the highest number of push-ups that you could do right now? We won't make you, but what number do you think you could do?
Like on my knees or full push-ups?
On your knees.
Honestly, probably not even one. I'm having an issue with my shoulder. Seriously, something's messed up, and there's no. I'm not going into the doctor to get it checked out right now. So I would say none. Right. I have the upper body strength of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Not kidding. I can do things with my legs that are fantastically strong, but my arms are pointless. Seriously, just very weak, very weak. I'm like Squidward. I have no muscle tone.
All right, Mr. Hurley, what number would you like, bud?
Let's do 15.
Number 15. Do you have any phobias?
Embossing powder.
That's my
okay, phobias. I hate spiders. That's the biggest one.
It's pretty bad, huh?
Spiders are a big no. If I see even the littlest spider, gone. I can't do it.
Okay. So you're not going to even like kill or rescue it. It's out.
If it's little, I'll kill it real quick with like something, not my hand.
I like to say that I have an agreement with all the insects in my home that they can live in the walls, they can live wherever they want, but the minute they're seen, squash. Like if you reveal yourself, you deserve to die. But if I don't see you, You can live. We can live in
We're
harmony.
good.
Mhm.
We're
Have
good.
you ever seen though the
All right.
little meme or the little cartoon that shows a picture of a spider and it says, "What if that spider you just killed spent his entire life thinking you were his roommate?"
Well, then he should have
Sad. You put it in
by
a sad way now.
his contract.
I just think that's cute. Like, but you're my roommate.
All right. Have I asked the full round? Have I asked everyone?
Yep.
Someone needs to pick one for me then.
How about
Pick a number. 20.
10.
Number
you,
10.
Jeff.
The best live music performance I've ever witnessed. I would say Heather Headley singing a Broadway show, Aida, Disney's Aida. End of Act 1 finale. She nailed a song called The Gods Love Nubia to the point where I lost my mind, both visually and tears and emotions. Heather Headley, fantastic. She, if you have a moment, jump over to YouTube after you watch our show and watch her tribute to Elton John for the Kennedy Center Honors, singing Your Song. Your life will be changed. Heather Headley, Your Song, Kennedy Center. Please do it, and then write me and tell me that you say thank you for me giving that to you. All right, Miss McGuire, what number?
3.
Number 3.
So
What celebrity do you rate as?
Jeff paused.
Did he freeze or is
I
this
thought I was frozen.
Maybe
Something
he's
about a
being
celebrity.
dramatic.
I think Jeff is, I mean, he is
Jeff?
dramatic, but this is a little excessive.
Long pause.
Jeff, come back to us.
I could make up the rest of the question.
Yeah,
He's
what's
such a
your
diva.
favorite celebrity?
Oh, I
Which
forgot.
celebrity would you like to have over for dinner?
That's a better one. Or what celebrity would you like to convert to crafting?
Ellen.
Oh yeah, she'd be good.
She'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys, I left you. I left you. I didn't even get to hear the answer. What was the answer? My
We didn't
screen
hear the
messed
full
up.
I didn't
question.
know what
So
the question was.
We just made it up.
Yeah.
What was the question, Jeff?
Oh, I said what celebrity do you rate as a perfect 10?
Oh,
We didn't guess that.
hey, Hazel Harper.
my daughter for bringing me another beer, but she's 22.
Oh, hi Aubrey.
I don't know.
You love Matthew McConaughey. You love
Yeah,
seeing him.
but
at the
not as much
airport.
as I used to. Kathy Rakusin
All right.
a life-size cutout of Matthew McConaughey.
Hmm.
And he's in my garage because he scares everybody. I don't know. That's a hard
Okay.
one. Can I defer the question to someone else?
Who would else like to answer that question?
I bet Kathy's got somebody brewing in her mind.
I don't have a lot of celebrity worship. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah. No, I get it. All
I said
right.
Matthew McConaughey. I
There's
like
a lot of votes
McConaughey
for Ryan
as an
Reynolds in the
actor.
chat.
Yeah, he's adorable.
People in the chat are saying Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
he is cute. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty cute.
Oh, Dancing with the Stars people, Jennifer. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to
They're
say,
just so talented. I admire anybody who uses their talents to make other people happy.
nice.
That
Very
be said
good.
about most actors because people go to movies and it makes them happy.
I don't know. Was it Ryan Reynolds who did not make me happy in The Notebook, or was that somebody else?
That's Ryan Gosling.
Honestly.
And Gosling.
Another good-looking one.
Yeah.
I cried
All
and
right.
watched a sad movie again.
I didn't like The Notebook. Don't make me watch it.
Kay Werner, what's your pick?
12.
A book or movie that you think is ridiculously overrated.
The Notebook.
Yes, The Notebook, probably. People are always like, I love The Notebook. I hated it.
It wasn't for you.
I guess that's the only one. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
CZ Design, you had a reaction to that. What would you say?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have a.
Oh
I
my
have-
gosh. Yes, that was
Oh.
awful.
Yeah.
I had a few moments, but by and large, highly overrated.
I saw it
Okay.
on a cruise ship, and my friend that I was with, she's actually a big movie buff. She enjoyed it. I think she enjoyed it. I did not. I was like, what is the point of this movie? And then I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this a Quentin Tarantino movie? And then suddenly, yes, this is a Quentin Tarantino movie. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
But I like him. Like, I've liked his movies in the past. I'm not like Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies. That was him, right?
Yeah, that's Quentin Tarantino.
That's one of my favorite movies. But I just thought it missed the mark on several notes. But we don't have
Cathy, I also bonded on you and your love of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Oh my gosh. One of the best theatrical experiences and movie experiences I've ever had.
So for those of you who don't know, there's a movie out there. It's called Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I'm kind of hijacking this, but Jeff, that you share this with me, I love. It came out in the early 2000s. It's based on a play that was developed by this brilliant writer, director, John Cameron Mitchell. But I watched it, Jeff, when this whole thing started to blow up and we were realizing that this is a serious thing. I watched Hedwig last Friday night by myself just because it's a movie that just like centers me, brings me joy, makes me cry, makes me, if there were show notes, you could link it below. It's such a good movie. It's not for everyone, but
yeah.
And I've seen two.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, but
yeah, it's not for everyone. Yeah. But we'll talk about music that can emotionally resonate to my eyes and tears. That for sure. All right. Who's next? Simon Hurley, create. What number?
Sure. Let's do 7.
Number 7. Tell us about a moment that actually truly took your breath away.
Oh. A lot? I don't know. Let's see. Jeff, that's like a difficult question. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. You just said Simon Hurley create. When Ranger asked me to be a signature designer, I was not expecting that.
How did you find out?
Big surprise. We were on a conference call and I was originally pitching an idea that they would produce under just my brand, but then they asked me to develop a full line with them and I was really excited. Because it wasn't something that I even thought was in the wheelhouse. And then it kind of filled in their whole product line too, because we all have very different styles. So it's cool. And they're amazing people to work with. But that was like a run around my house screaming kind of moment, because I used to watch them all when I was little. So
Simon, you don't have to talk about it online or in person privately, but I just hope that if you have a moment where someone made fun of you in high school or you had a bad time, I just hope that you are laughing in their blanking faces, the fact that you are totally have your own brand with a major line, and you were, I think you're 11. Okay, moving on. Who's next? Greg, what number do you want?
I haven't been keeping track. Is 26 still available?
It is.
Okay, awesome. What is your favorite condiment of choice, Mr. Greg?
Oh my word. I really love mustard. I know it's polarizing. Like
it is a very polarizing item there, sir.
And I like Dijon mustard. I like deli mustard. I like all the mustards. And I feel like even wasabi kind of falls into that mustard category. And I love that with my sushi. And yeah, I eat it on everything.
Awesome. Aaron, I think you're up, yes?
Yes, how about number, what's not taken, 20?
Number 20. What is the definition of your current, I wrote the question wrong, but I'm gonna say it as I wrote it and you can kind of answer it as you like. Okay. What is the definition of your favorite current cheat binge? So food, TV, just go anywhere with this. What are you binging on right now?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good question. I think that I definitely can binge on things, especially in this world of being locked in. I really love sci-fi. And so I'm rereading, if anybody has ever read Orson Scott Card's Ender's Game, I really want to pick that up. My son just mentioned it. There's a whole series of books that relate to it, and it all starts with that one. And so that's one of my favorite binges. And I have to eat chocolate as a second one pretty much all the time. I can't go a day without having dark chocolate's my preference. And so I would say that I can binge on chocolate pretty darn easily, really for almost any reason at all. And this feels like the last week, this good reason to binge on chocolate.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Aaron, have you watched the show The OA on Netflix?
Yes, I have watched the OA.
Okay, both seasons?
Yes, and for me, again, as a sci-fi fan, maybe OA is not for everyone, but for me, I think that they did a pretty good job with that concept. And
the ending of season 2?
Well, for me, the ending of season 1, tears, lost my mind.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
haven't seen season 2 yet, so you better slow that roll, Werner.
Oh, and the show's not coming back, which is sad. But
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yes,
Cathy,
Miss
when it's coming
McGuire.
Season 2, no, I'm just kidding.
I'll watch it. I should watch it because I loved
Miss-
season 1. And I, like you, Jess, at the end, I thought that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
Mhm.
I mean, I could get emotional thinking about that right now, actually.
I bawled every time I watched it.
Yeah. Okay, McGuire, what did you have for us?
First of all, I've never heard of that show. Second of all, I thought Aaron was going to say he binges on positivity. Anybody here who knows Aaron knows that there's never negative thought or bad vibe coming from that guy. So I thought he was going to say positivity.
Well, thank you for saying that. And I have to say that I absolutely love my wife because her and I are the perfect yin yang.
Yeah.
Because she's very good at looking at possible scenarios that aren't going to work, where
Yeah.
I am pathologically optimistic about what is going to work. And so I think we often meet in the middle. So I definitely binge on that. And I should probably talk to my therapist about that, but I think it's a positive thing most times.
Yes.
Aaron makes me have daddy issues, but he also makes me have executive issues. Like, I want to figure it out when I talk to him. I want to be a better leader because of you, Aaron Leventhal, and I have known you for 3 minutes. Okay, last round, because I don't want you to be here all night. I'm just grateful that you even did this for me. So last round, but somebody's got to pick one for me before we go into the last round.
Did I pick a second one?
Oh, okay. So Werner and myself will go, and then we'll do one last round, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, what's my number real quick before we go to Werner?
28.
Number 28. My favorite type of food to eat. I am probably French fries are my favorite.
Ooh.
There's probably not one French fry that I have not enjoyed.
You've
Enjoy
never
a good
had a French fry you didn't enjoy.
That's me too.
I did not
Yeah.
know that about you.
Yeah, French fries for sure.
Nice.
Do you have a way of making them at home right now? Because otherwise this is going to get real bad.
It's going to get bad, but I have to say that even in the air fryer, the non-air fryer, we just don't have true oil. You got to put them in the hot boiling oil in order to make them well. So I've never had a good French fry here. I love Dan. Thank you for cooking. I've never had to cook anything in my life. I have a Ken McGuire at my house too, and I'm very grateful that I don't have to cook. Werner, what's your next one before we go into the last round?
Let's go with one.
What is something that you what is something that can't be taught but only learned through age?
Only learned through age.
She's young.
Patience.
Have you learned that over the years? You've decided that?
I think I learn a little more about it as every year. I think the most patient people that I know are those who are, much older, that have a lot more experience because they just have so many years under their belt that they know that, you just got to wait things out. So, I mean, and to bring that to where we are currently, we just need to have patience, with everything going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, Miss McGuire, your final question for the night.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's do 17.
What is one of your morning rituals?
Feed my children. Take my kids to school.
Happens all the time. Well, it did. I don't know if it's going to happen now.
Doesn't happen right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I get out of my pajamas, I take a shower, and I get into a fresh pair of pajamas.
Nice. Greg, what's your new question, buddy?
2.
Number 2.
Oh, great.
Gonna be good.
I'm so glad this one came to you.
Oh,
What
good.
is the worst smelling place that you've ever been?
Okay, first of all, I have the worst smell gag reflex. So I could write a book on this, but I will try to narrow it down. When I was in college, I worked at a bakery, and they paid me like an extra 2-hour wage if I would stay after hours monthly and clean out the grease trap. I don't know if you guys, has anyone been around a grease trap?
Yeah.
If you, Jeff, it is the worst smell. I mean, it's rot. It's like, it smells like every bad smell in one horrible smell. And it permeates everything. So yeah, when I was in college, I used to think that was worth it to stay for 2 extra hours pay, when it probably took me like 4 hours to clean it out. But yeah, I was desperate for money, so it smelled horrible. If any of the people listening have ever cleaned a grease trap, they know exactly.
Some people are saying they're gagging just thinking about it.
I know, it's pretty bad.
And the color, there is no color to describe what you clean out of a grease trap. It is.
We work with
being triggered.
Grease trap color ink.
What's that?
Yeah.
There's not going to be a Concord and Ninth grease trap color ink.
No, it's impossible to replicate. It's not a color. It is not a color.
All right, I'm about to lose my microphone, so stand by. CZ, pick a number real quick, and then I'm going to switch microphones.
11.
Number 11. What should they teach in school, but they don't?
Oh, wow. That's a really hard question, because I should be able to answer it really easily based on years of therapy. I think they should teach kids how to handle their pain and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
I think school should talk more about pain and sadness and anger and how to handle those things, but mostly how to handle pain, because pain like launches into so many other things, whether it's anger or destructive behavior or self-destructive behavior. And I don't think we talk about that sort of thing in school, and mental health education basically is, long story short.
Like mental health and coping skills, things like that.
Yeah, and coping skills and helping kids, because you know what, if you think about, I don't know, I mean, we certainly didn't talk about that stuff in my house growing up, and I was a super anxious kid. You know, I had a lot of anxiety, and it would have been really helpful to know that these feelings you have are okay. There's nothing wrong with you. And so I think that's something that, you know, could be brought in. Thank you for that question. You know what I mean? And Jennifer's giving me this, like, I know you, girl. I'm green. I'm green lighting you. But yeah.
Even look at somebody, forgive me if the audio is now bad. We've only got a few minutes left. But think of somebody like Simon, who is just out of school. He's shaking his head big time over there. He's saying, look, I know what this feels like. I was just educated by you're a public school kid, right, Simon?
No, not.
Oh, you were a private school kid.
Well, a Christian school, yeah.
Okay. But still, you're saying, hey, I needed that. I needed that as a graduate, and you didn't teach that to me.
And I think it's even almost worse at smaller schools, because you know everybody and everybody knows you, and there's a lot more judgment there. So I just think that's an amazing answer, to kind of teach that in people. That way it's not, you know, judging the unknown or judging, you know, things that you don't know of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, Simon, what question would you like, bud?
Okay, let's do 8. Is that one already chosen?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. What is the most interesting thing happening in the craft industry right now?
Oh, I feel like everything's kind of on a pause right now. I think the most interesting thing, though, is that all the creators are kind of on overdrive right now. And so you're seeing a lot of different live streams from everybody, and you're seeing lots of different videos from everybody because everybody's stuck at home. And so I think it's really driving the community. And even what we're doing tonight too, it's like a lot of this stuff wouldn't be able to happen if people didn't get off of work and things like that. And so I think that's what's really amazing, and just showing, somebody just said in the comments too, we're all really connecting while we're social distancing. And so, you know, Gina's going live every once in a while, I think like 3 days a week, which is quite a bit. I'm trying to go as live as much as I can. And there's people on Instagram like Jeff going live, and it's just really awesome to see that, especially in a time like this. As far as products, I think we're kind of on a pause right now, but we saw a lot of cool stuff at Creativation. And I think there's a lot of companies innovating. Concord and Ninth, one of them. Like, you just go there and you see some really awesome new stuff. Same with Hero Arts, your guys' scenescapes that you guys just did. So there's lots of different things that are kind of going on in the industry, but I'd say the connectivity right now is amazing, even in a time of being far apart.
And we should salute our friends at Ranger too, who shouted us out tonight, by the way, everybody. So
Yes,
Ranger has been unbelievably supportive to us too. So I want to make sure that they know that we are thinking about them tonight. And we thank you for loaning Simon to us for the evening. Appreciate that. All right, Ms. Werner, what would you like as your final question?
4.
Number 4. Feel like it's going to sound similar, but try to change it up. What is the best purchase you have ever made?
The best purchase I've ever made.
While she thinks about that, I'm just going to jump in because Kristina I've watched your things, like you've given really good suggestions about like around the holidays of like gifts and stuff.
True.
And so Kristina has her pulse on really cool stuff. So that's really hard for her to choose.
I place a lot of Amazon orders. That's what it is. Best purchase ever. Oh, wow. That's hard. I'm trying to think of something that I use often that I'm like, oh my gosh, I could not live without this. Oh. Okay, well, this is kind of a random one, but since I've been sick, I've been like laying in bed, napping, sleeping a lot. And my pillow is so good. It's from the brand IntelliBed, but it's basically a memory foam pillow that has like a specific cutout on it. And I'm a side sleeper, and it's phenomenal. So if any of you
post that
not
link.
sleeping well and need a good pillow, IntelliBed. Yeah. Do you have one, Greg?
No, I need one. You said if anyone's not sleeping well, and that's this guy.
Yeah. Well, we're all kind of not sleeping well right now. So
Yeah.
I think I call them downloads. Tomorrow I'm getting iOS 46. I got iOS 45 last year. Ever since I got iOS 45, I haven't slept, and my stomach has been nauseous for 365 days. I don't know what happened, and I can't see a damn thing. All right, who has not gone for their last round?
I haven't gone.
Simon, get ready. All right, Aaron, for when you get older.
Oh, I was like, I think I already went.
25.
did someone just cough?
That was Jeff.
25. That's Jeff's birthday number, right?
Oh, you're drinking. Okay.
Wrong pipe. All right, what's something about your creative abilities that actually can get in your way?
Well, that's a good question. And before I answer, I'm going to hijack for a second. I'm just going to once again say, Jeff, happy birthday. And thank you so much for organizing this.
Yes.
And I'm just so honored to be a part of this community, man. I mean, all the comments we've had and being here with all of you guys, it's really a joy. It makes all of this time well worth it. So I think that one of the things that gets in my way, and I don't necessarily express my creativity always in craft, because I don't do as much crafting, although I've been an illustrator, I've been I did a lot of original art for Hero Arts in the past, and I've done card making. But one of the things that gets in my way is I just get way too complex. And that's like the worst thing. I have trouble with all the great stuff that's out there in management, in kind of leadership, in directing employees, in setting plans. They're so complex that I forget to focus sometimes. So if you know those Top Chef shows, if you guys ever watched any of those cooking shows, that's the #1 reason why people get cut, is that they try to do too much. Like they put too much on the plate. And I think that's definitely what I have as my lifetime challenge, is to focus and really pick kind of the few great things out of what otherwise is a wonderful collection of stuff.
Can I just say something, just piggybacking on what Aaron said? I think as creatives, and a lot of our followers probably feel this way too, is we feel like we can figure everything out, because like we always want to problem solve and things like that, and it's like I could probably figure that out, like when really I should probably hire a professional to do some things
Right.
instead of trying things myself all the time.
Yep. Jeff, I think your mic is not.
Okay, sorry.
Tell
Tell me a number I should pick for myself.
14.
14.
Wait.
Would,
I think we did 14.
Have we done it? Oh.
No, we haven't done 14, I don't think.
Yeah. If
This
you
is
could
me
live
keeping
in-
track. It's like I have like 4 numbers written down.
I have them all.
Do it, Jeff tells me.
If I could live anywhere, where would it be? I am dreaming of having a big farmhouse in the Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York area, and I would hermit up there for the rest of my life. A place where this little lady could run around without a gate, and Dan and I could just hermit away and work from home. I would love that. I love Disney. I love my job. I love it very much right now. Let's not get any ideas, but I would love to have a house up north. A big farmhouse would be amazing.
Wonderful.
All right, everybody, we've done this for an hour and a half, and it's been one of the best birthday parties ever. Can we just go around the room for any closing arguments to make sure that there's anything for the greater good that you want to close with? Miss Werner, thank you for being the most amazing technical rehearsal. You drive a tight ship, sister. Thanks for making all of this happen. Anything you want to say before we go?
Just take some time to be creative every day. I know things are stressful. Turn off the TV, put away your phone, do something with your hands.
Yeah, that's true. Miss Jennifer McGuire, what do you have to say?
You're muted.
Muted.
Thank you, Jeff, because you know how much this means to me. It's great to see all these people come together. And, you know, this industry has brought us so many smiles and been there for us when we needed crafting therapy. It's good for us to now support the industry and keep creating and keep supporting these small businesses as they go through these challenges. So thank you for doing this.
Yes, of course. It's been my honor. Keep buying, that's for sure. Our friends at Concord and 9th, what do you want to say to close us out?
I don't know, just happy birthday, Jeff. I'm really honored that you wanted to include me on this. It was kind of a stressful day here, just a lot of changes happening and things, and this was the perfect way to end my day. So I really appreciate it. And I think that is probably my biggest takeaway from this is I just loved reading all the comments and just interacting with all of you. You guys are all delightful. And I think that's what we need to remember right now is just community and people. So.
Yeah. Well, what we have to always remember is, I've told you this when we were at Creativation, those big words, Concord and 9th, and the gorgeous logo that it is, there's a human heart behind that that's trying to make that work every single day. And sometimes when the branding is so on point and the product is so strong, you forget that there's people trying to make this damn thing work. And so for you to say, I've had a hard day, but I also wanted to have a fun day, shows that there's a big teddy bear of a heart trying to make this company work every day. So good job, brother.
Well, thank you.
CZ Design, what do you got to say, sis?
Well, Jeff, just want to thank you for including me and wish you a happy birthday. And yeah, just to remind people, just take it one day at a time right now and try to carve out some time for yourself every day to recharge and just breathe. And because I think that's all any of us can do. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Just try to stay in the moment, and this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mr. Hurley.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for inviting me, Jeff, and happy birthday. This has really, it's been so much fun tonight just to smile and laugh with all of you guys. as we're kind of separated but together online, which is really awesome. And yeah, I would just say, like everybody else kind of is, take a break from social media and your phone and the news and just sit down and have fun. Like a lot of families right now are together, and so we're playing Monopoly and stuff like that and just having fun at our house. But as always, I'll see everybody online. I'll continue live streaming and sharing so that everybody else can kind of watch and join in that awesome fun. And Jennifer too, and Kristina probably will, and Cathy will probably keep posting, and that way at least we can kind of stay connected during this time, which is really awesome.
Yeah, well, cheers to phase 1 and phase 2. We can't wait to find out what comes up.
Yeah, coming soon.
About the next release, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, my favorite executive in all the world, the man who inspires me, and I don't even know him that well, but I'm his biggest fanboy. Aaron, close us out for the night.
Well, thank you. It's been a lot of fun, Jeff. It's one of the most enjoyable birthday parties I've been to in a long time. So thank you for having all of us. I love all of you on this panel and everybody who's joined us. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. I think one of the key things that I take away from this is it's a great time, like Simon said and everybody said, to be with your family and give back as much as you can. And, you know, push that out. If people need help out there, reach out and help them. I really appreciate so many customers supporting Hero Arts in these times, continuing to buy even though they know we're not shipping. And I'm sure everybody has seen that too. And it goes both ways. If you're hurting and you're really struggling, reach out and ask for help. Because if any community is going to come together and offer that support and that love, it's going to be this one. So love you all.
Yep. Oh, awesome. All right, friends, thanks for joining us for Craft Cocktails. If you're new to me, please follow me at both Instagram, Mr. Jeff Lindberg. I would appreciate the follow, and also my YouTube channel as I try to kick this off. For this panel, thank you so much. Could we all stay online on Zoom? Kristina is going to take us off live. We'll close out personally. We'll talk about everybody that was in the chat. And we'll have a good night, and then we'll all go to bed. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks. And send me a hello tomorrow for my actual birthday. Thanks, panelists. Good night, everybody.
Woo! Bye, guys.